Okay. Gwonkee, no, Jets has already started. And I think Gwonkee's transmission is frozen.
No, that's on our. Oh wait, no, there we go.
Oh,
Is Gwonkee stream
let's go.
frozen?
No, now it's not. At least the background is moving.
We haven't. Gwonkee, are you okay? Oh my god. Does this count?
Okay.
Well,
Now they are.
you know what?
both
You know what
running.
this feels like. This feels like. Okay, we have both streams. All right. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Let's
This
go.
is good enough. We are saying this is good enough. We will get it. This feels like old. You know when Microsoft PowerPoint was an absolute. I mean, it probably still is, but like when I was in school, it was an absolute pile of steaming garbage, and would always mess up when you were doing presentations. This feels exactly the same. Yeah, because just to clarify on Gwonkee's stream, they are at about the same place. I think there's just an issue with syncing on Twitch. There we.
Okay. There we go.
That's good enough, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So standard King's Pass, standard VS, get it as quickly as possible with no other objectives, pretty much. Obviously, this is just any %. We just do everything fast as we can. But you guys already know that, because it is early game Hollow Knight, and there is definitely the hardest thing to commentate. It's like, oh wow, they went for the same skips that every other runner does on this patch. On Judgesphinx having a little bit of a time with Aspid Arena. I'm similar in that if I miss the double spike, I have no backups whatsoever, and I flail about aimlessly and lose a lot of time.
Yeah, happens to me too.
Yeah. Which is a bad habit, by the way. You should always learn your backups. Always, because there will always be mistakes. Couple of small mistakes from both runners. Gwonkie's frozen again, but we'll see what happens after that. Yeah. Rixian, no, Gwonkie's end is doing some stutterage on the kind of capturing side, but we'll see how this goes. But I like Gwonkie's stream on her stream is fine on her Twitch, so I think it's just a restreaming issue. Yeah. So it's just a restreaming issue, unfortunately. We'll try and sort this out over time, obviously, but might just have
Meanwhile,
to
we have the first fight of the run. Not that you fight a lot, but
misses a couple of swings, but otherwise good RNG. Very nice.
yep. Now the loud wall.
Okay, so what is Judge's PB? I actually don't know. I'll look that up for you guys.
Oh.
3503. Yep, on SLC it's 3503. So quite a good time.
Okay. So you get his Vengeful Spirit. I know it's time to farm RNG at the boulders.
My brain is still current patch. I was like, oh, 56. Like, no, that is not how it works. It's not a 46, no. Yeah, so. Okay, thank you, Rix, for that. So we are 10 seconds different at Mound. Owing to that Aspid Arena issue that Sphinx had. pretty much entirely, and a couple of swims on False Night. Obviously, it's quite hard to commentate Gwonkee at this point, but
yeah.
We'll just have to make do. I still don't know whether inventory in there is faster or not, by the way, on Judge's side. I do it myself. I actually don't know whether it's faster or not. Because you don't hardfall if you don't inventory, so I have no idea.
I only do it because other people do it, so...
I have 700. I have at least 700 hours in Hollow Knight at 122 180%, and I still don't know that. it just is what it is. Sometimes you just do things because you saw someone else do them. Very nice boulder kill.
Okay. And now to the funniest place of all time, Green Path.
Nice. Gets the fastball skip as well. And it's Green Path time. The thing that I hate the most in races is definitely Green Path. A lot can go wrong very quickly. You can lose a lot of time because you don't have dash, so small mistakes. You can't really, like, if a dash is out, like, accidentally getting hit and things like that. It just kind of sucks in a race setting because there's also quite a lot of RNG with Hornet as well. Though there has been a save in time between those two splits between the runners, so they're now about 10 seconds between each other instead of 12. Lands fireball skip.
Okay. The last one. Oh.
Okay. So Sphinx doesn't do the fireball skip, it seems. And doesn't do the man poker either, which any current patch enjoys. I think current patch players are more inclined to do the pogo because the enemy RNG is completely consistent. I don't think anyone will attempt one fireball in a race because it just is it's too unreliable. The other thing with like one fireball is like you might see it if they get the right jump, because if you get the right jump with one fireball, it's like quite easy to tell you can make it. Like one fireball only will really happen in a race usually when someone gets the right turnaround and they can tell they've got the right turnaround, so they don't buff the next fireball because they don't need to. Skate does one, interesting. But the important thing when you do one fireball in this game is you know like how to react quick enough to do two if you fail it, right? So both runners are doing the Moss Knight route, which is nice to see. Not for me, because I do the old route because I'm a boomer, but it's nice to see them doing the faster one.
It's pretty weird to kill those Moss Knights.
What is it? Runners who've done both any percent and all skills probably found the transition between these routes easier. Both runners with enough geo as well at this point, which is nice.
No geo problem, at least for now.
Wow, Gwonkee has a giga pattern right now. My god. Just corner bullying extreme mode. What the hell? That was insane. Very nice Hornet. So that's a 746-ish. Okay.
So now it's time for Claw Open.
Claw time. I love Claw. Great split. Claw is a split that like I think a lot of kind of more time invested runners really enjoy. It's quite simple when you like have the tricks practice enough for them to be muscle memory, but it's not too simple. It keeps you engaged. I feel like Green Path is like that, but I'm not engaged at the same time, so it's just like muscle memory and I'm bored. Gwonkee's caught up. Wait, no, who was it? Gwonkee that was behind or not? No, Gwonkee's been ahead the whole run, I'm pretty sure. So the gap's just widened because of that misfireable skip and a bit of Hornet speed as well from Sphinx. That's where they lost the time in Green Path, really, mostly. But yeah, mainly just the second fireball skip room. Oh, and the stream delay was, yeah, stream seems to be a lot better now.
Yeah.
Which is nice. We get a
Gwonkee
pogo
get
from
the...
Gwonkee, and we get a double pogo from Sphinx, both executed well. Very nice.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, Mantises are bully for Gwonkee, which is sad.
But she gets the backup.
And Sphinx gets a nice 2 pogo. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So if you go a little bit too quickly, I think it's quickly, I'm not entirely sure, but there's like a certain way you can do the Mantis early control, where the Mantis tries to attack you earlier than you want it to, and it misses you, and you have to wait for it to wander about and then hit you again. Gwonkee got hit quite quickly after the first miss, though, so it's not too bad, but loses 4 seconds to... still gains time in that split compared to Sphinx because of a couple like smaller mistakes. Now now the streams are like more synced. It becomes much easier to commentate, I think.
Yes,
It's just a lot nicer. Right. So yeah, Grossmother standard movement. I don't really... Maybe I'm too entrenched in any percent to like properly commentate the like more standard dash movement and like, because I'm just like, oh yes, they are doing the movement that everyone does. Oh yes.
Yes.
Sphinx not doing the inventory drop there. I think just to guarantee the hits of soul. And we get a perfect Grossmother. Unfortunately. Almost perfect. And Sphinx gets the bully one, where it just goes straight upwards and you cry if you don't get a pogo initially. I can try to extreme basic strats, yeah. So with Grossmother, the basic strategy is if Grossmother... oh, very nice cleanup from Sphinx, by the way. My god, that was well timed. To like move to the left backwards to get that fireball. Really good. But yeah, with Grossmother, generally you want it to go along the floor, so you can just stand on the floor and up slash it pretty much the whole time. It's the fastest way. Then if it goes upwards, you want to pogo above. And you can get it pretty much a similar amount of time. Grossmother is weirdly skill expressive, like weirdly. If you get bad RNG. If you get good RNG, there's no difference, really.
Okay, Gwonkee has not forgotten the Shaman Stone. I did myself, I forgot it a lot.
Yeah, it's
I'm like, why
so
I'm doing...
to me that I pick it up, but like sometimes when I'm practicing with debug, I forget to do it because I'm in practice, and then I'm like, wait, why is that not there? Oh, and we get a Walkling Storage from Gwonkee.
Okay,
nice.
Gwonkee. That's
So
the Walkling.
that
Nice.
is
And
the fastest
Sphinx
setup,
got it
and
right.
also the easiest.
They both got it. Let's go.
Nice. Nice to see some runners doing fun stuff in races, because I am massive wimp, and I will not do that in a race, because I just lose time every time because I get nervous. Ah, it's Shelby, hello. So both runners just going to be going to Dreamnail now, obviously. I think Gwonkee is on pace for a sub 13. I think. It's close. And Sphinx on pace for a kind of mid. Depending on whether or not they obviously fall. Gwonkee 1302. Yeah, I could see that. That's okay. I'm sorry, Sphinx. I must forsake you, for you are right side inventory drop gang, and I cannot accept that. Both doing a pretty good dream plants, though.
Yes.
Yeah, seems pretty good. Sphinx doing a movement that I don't really see very much anymore, but maybe just because of an error, maybe because that's what they're more comfortable on. Both pick up dream now. So we have a... Oh, Kuroshi, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. We're currently in we're currently getting to the exciting part of any percent, which is very nice.
Yes, we're getting to city.
So we'll soon get to see Watcher Knights. We'll get to see what these runners will do regarding the route. So obviously, skipping King Station Seal and going instead for Rafter Seal is a route that is more new in the community.
Gets that,
and we'll see what people decide to do. Because for me, at least, it's not worth it yet. It's about when you get bad RNG, if you do it perfectly, you save about 6 seconds. If you get good RNG, you save about 10 to 13, I think, something around that line. Anyway, it's a time save that is significant, but it is not the all end all. So some newer runners or people who are less confident with the tricks might not go for it. So we'll see what happens. So Gwonkee will just head straight left, immediately into Gorgeous Husk. The only difficulty sometimes with this route is just having the soul sometimes. And we'll see Sphinx going instead for the older route with King Station Seal. And you'll see them differ a little bit as well throughout the course of the run. In this kind of little section here, but generally it's just choosing which seal you want to get. Yeah, Gwonkee's run is very good so far.
Yes, it's going very great.
Yeah, there's a few mistakes and stuff, and I think she herself would say that it is not a great run, given her attitude and also her skill level. But it's very nice to watch. And we'll now see them go straight into Watcher Knights. This is the advantage of not picking up King Seal, is that you just go straight into Watchers, and then you will go down and then grab the Rafter Seal afterwards. 1302 Dream Knot is very good, yes.
Okay, so let's see. The first Watcher Knights. Gwonkee has very good Watcher Knights.
So just to say, you'll see Sphinx picking up this lever here, and that's because they're doing the older route, where you go below after picking up King Seal. You do that. Let me clarify better. So Gwonkee doesn't collect that lever there. Doesn't do the lever first because she will go that way to Lem to get the Rafter Seal as well from that direction. So she doesn't need to open it. Whereas Sphinx does need to open it because he will go to the left after Watchers and down to Lem through the top side. Yeah, it's very nice to watch the two routes next to each other. And it will also showcase why it saves time. It's honestly one of the routes where there are a lot of things in the game where, we get time saves and they've sent for different reroutes, and I'm like, okay, that makes a bit of sense. But we didn't find that before. Moss Knights is very short amount of time, and the time save is throughout an entire run, not really concentrated in one point. But this is one of the ones where I'm like, it took us quite a long time to realize Rafters was this quick, and it doesn't really make any sense why we didn't pick it up before. But very nice watches from Gwonkee, by the way. My god. But yeah, race mindset before. So Gwonkee going into Lurien. Sphinx is a bit behind her, but some of that will be made up by the route, because, you know, you spend about 10 seconds picking up King Station seal, so the time loss isn't as bad as it looks, and you can't really compare the times until they sync up on it, you know, going into Crystal Heart. So watch is done for Sphinx. On a nice, comfortable 2 health. I don't think I've ever finished a good Watchers, taking anything less than 4 damage because I'm an absolute idiot. But nice to see the runners, you know, playing a bit safer in the tournament. So Gwonkee will collect this chest, and then she will go right back down the way she came to get the seal in the rafters, and then sell to Lem. The other advantage of this route is that you get to talk to Lem first. You don't have to talk to him, go out of your way, back down past his shop, and then talk to him. You can just talk to him when you go into the fountain room, which is very nice. So here you just talk to Lem here, and then you go around the left-hand side. And it ends up being faster, obviously. Otherwise we wouldn't do it. And then Sphinx will end up going down the standard way that if you've watched any percent before, you'll know. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So there's the kind of time save of rafters is getting that skip with the bench fly. If you don't get it, I think it still breaks even, just about. But your time save is gone, so you may as well have just done kings, and it is easier. And then here is even more.
Oh no!
Oh no! Uh-oh!
She has to move all the way up.
That is quite bad, in fact.
Yeah.
Whoops. Goodness.
That's the part of this.
So that is one of the disadvantages, is it is a more difficult route, and then things like that can happen. You introduce another point of failure into your route, whereas King Station, if properly, you know, King Station is quite easy to not really have any problems happen. And obviously Lantern as well is a lot easier. So you do sacrifice some comfort as well, and as you see here, there can be things that go quite catastrophically wrong. Although this is not very normal, this is a very annoying pattern in a lot of ways happening at the same time. I wish I could tell you why that Vengefly skip in the rafters didn't work, but I actually don't know. I haven't run this route enough personally to know that. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. So Crocious just mentioned that it's safer on the current patch because there is one less Rava up there. Whereas on 1.2.2.1 there is 3. On current patch there's only... on current patch there's only 2. So there we go. That's what you want out of the skip. Pretty much all of this movement, apart from collecting the shade, is what you want. So Sphinx is now making his way to get Lantern from Sly. Doesn't go for impossible jump, which is impossible. Shut up, it is not possible. I don't believe you can do it consistency. You are wrong. Consistency is impossible there. And then we'll just do Fireball here. So if you don't know about this before, you can hit the Fireball as you are going into the load, which means you save time by fireballing and then walking back in. So yeah, because of that mistake, we'll see the time shift in terms of who's ahead. As Sphinx collects this Lantern here. And on to Peaks, my favourite split, and a lot of people's favourite split, because it is just very nice movement. Cheers to Gwonkee for recognizing that we need a bit of drama in the race and deciding to actively make that mistake. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Gives me something to talk about. Thank you. Very nice. No hit infected benchfly room. That room gives newer players a lot of grief. And we'll see a look down from Sphinx.
Sometimes that room gets pretty weird.
Going for Pogax. Very nice. Dashes into... So there are a couple of ways you can do Pogax at the end. If you are a true Giga Chad, no fear gamer, you can just fall into the side of the wooden plank and do it that way. Unfortunately taking a hit there. But if you are like me or Sphinx and you want to guarantee it, you can dash into it. It loses like 0.2, I think, to dash into that. But it is definitely worth it in my opinion. Gwonkee going through peaks now as well. And Sphinx is heading into laser. Very Pogax. Gwonkee making exactly the same issue, but then getting Gog Pixel. Very nice.
Nice.
And under platform Sphinx, you love to see it. I've never seen that before, the get hit by the top one into gold pixel angle, but definitely an angle. So we have a mid-23 Crystal Heart from Sphinx. And we'll see what Gwonkie's time is up now.
And Monkey's now going to Laser Room 2. Let's hope it goes well.
So we'll now see the most BS RNG part of this run. I will not be taking questions on why that whether I've been personally hurt by it myself, but infected Gruz drop, where you can just lose like 4 seconds for no reason. It's great. I love it. Because normal Gruz drop is right at the start of the run, so you're fine with it. But this one is rough if it goes wrong. So at C-Quit Out we have Gwonkee at 23:48, and we have Sphinx at 23:36. So there's a 12-second difference, and the gap has narrowed. We'll now see Sphinx going towards Umu, the Great Reckoner. Obviously, Umu is objectively more stupid RNG than Infected Gruz Drop, but I have a personal hatred that cannot be stated. I actually can't I actually didn't clock how long Gwonkee's C-Pix was, or Sphinx's. I don't actually know how fast they were. They both look pretty fast. Let's see how this Umu goes. Both runners going in on 4 health, it looks like. Oh. Okay. It should be fine. Things should be okay.
I hope it is.
Hopefully.
That deadly fireballs. That's okay.
Yeah, that won't be a 2-cycle, unfortunately.
Even after a cycle.
Yeah. It's looking pretty dangerous, actually. But should be able to close it out. Healing for safety. I like that.
Yes.
The worst thing you can do, you already know you're going to lose time on Umu. The worst thing you can do in this situation is greed it, and then lose the entire race because you Ego dip. Oh, unfortunate, couldn't get the last fireball in. I believe he's a double away, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be a full cycle. Hopefully there are only a couple of attempts. Gwonkee going into second cycle. Oh, Umu. Okay, unfortunate. So both runners without a 2 cycle. Sphinx going for the Walklink storage. Very nice, good. A bit of an Umu Monka moment from both runners. Gwonkee gets the right damage cycle in on the second one, by the way, but just because of the positioning of Umu, she had to kind of do a little bit of movement herself in order to land everything, which gave Umu enough time to blow back up right at the end. Can't get the fireball in. So she gets a 3 cycle, Sphinx with a 4 cycle. So both runners are doing Moss Knight route, so they will be doing a bit of outskip, so that's another kind of choke point in this run. We'll see how it goes. We'll see whether runners do quit outs in or not. I think Gwonkee is ahead now, but we'll see. Yeah, Gwonkee should be about 15 seconds ahead now.
Yes.
Sphinx making his way up. And we'll see. I mean, there are 2 quite big choke points in the run now that could change a lot of things up, which is both QGA and Devout Skip. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
So yeah, time difference out of Umu is 22 seconds. Out of Archives is 20 seconds. Oh no.
Oh no.
Got a few failed QGAs. Hopefully this one works. Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Very
let's
nice.
go. It worked.
Losing a little bit of time, but it's okay.
Gwonkee getting
I assume
first
Sphinx
try.
not doing the C dash here. I assume to collect more souls so that he can heal. Play a bit safe. Which is fair enough in this setting. Gwonkee going ahead with the C dashes with the first try QGA. Very pog. Oh, that sucks.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a really weird positioning to get there, and then just plays it safe for the second one, very reasonable. Anyone who does Rhino Petras or in a race is probably like not all there in the head, because that would be stupid. Oh, and Sphinx. Similar issues. Petra Arena. Lol. But yeah, overall very clean, apart from that messed up in Petra Arena for Gwonkee. Judge making a good showing as well. Having to heal quite a bit here though. Obviously tournament nerves plus the few QGA like problems. The few misses there would really help. That spider sucks. I don't have any more commentary than that. There's nothing deeper. That spider just sucks sometimes. So we'll see. I don't know. Gwonkee usually doesn't quit out before Devout Skip, but we'll see whether she decides to in a race setting. Again, Devout Skip, one of the things I'm not too amazing at picking up the small details of, but we'll see if I can make any commentary. This truly is one of the runs of all time. Okay, we do see a quit out. So with Devout Skip, you don't need the soul, so you can quit out. And due to the getting control back after falling on the ground, it only loses like a second or so if you do it optimally to quit out and get full health, which in a race setting, quite blessed. Oh, very nice Devout
Okay,
Skip
she
there.
gets it.
Spiders being a bit more like jerks though. We'll see how Sphinx does. Very nice.
No, the double.
Oh, Gwonkee having some trouble. Ooh, Monka.
Please.
Oh my god.
I...
The no healing grind continues.
Oh my god.
No fear, no fear. Let's go. Very nice. Obviously no damage tank here, but
yeah.
can instead do that. By the way, that is difficult. If you've never done it before, the backup where you do nail fireball nail is hard. It's not easy. Really not easy. Like you can easily, it's like a very tight window, and you can easily mess it up and just die. It is quite nerve-wracking. Yeah, there are a lot of hard attacks going on right now. I am not that this run's been quite entertaining, yeah. So we get a 3103 Terra Gwonkee. And we have a
3208.
3208 Sphinx. Much more. And now we will see the THK, the big butt himself. So Sphinx not picking up soul for the fireball, so we'll see whether that is intentional or not. And one little optimization you'll see is that if you jump when that floor is breaking, you will save a minuscule amount of time when you do the inventory drop. So Sphinx not electing to go for the fireball. We'll see what happens.
Let's see. It's up to a fight.
There is an oops in chat from Gwonkee, and the streams are like a minute behind, so I am scared. I am terrified of what's gonna happen here. Or maybe it was an oops for the den. Probably an oops for the den. But my goodness. It's time for THK to offer us 16 parries, and for us to accept it. We do a little bit of trolling. Okay, interesting chains. Have not seen that one before.
Let's see.
And now we're on to THK. Very nice dash. Couple dashes off the start. Unfortunately, THK's stagger count means that sometimes when you get optimal patterns like that, you just have to take the fact that you are going to get a stagger instead of a double. Sphinx missing fireball there, unfortunately. The doubles are really valuable in this fight, obviously, as they always are, in any fight. Especially here, because you don't have that many opportunities for them, depending on RNG. So missing one is like quite a big interface. Gwonkee getting quite nice patterns there. Not amazingly optimal, but like pretty good, pretty standard. Sphinx having a bit less luck. A few more parries. Oh, and the dreaded cringe pillar pattern, where you just like take damage because you angered God.
Oh,
yep,
no.
Sphinx getting it too.
Okay,
This
let's go.
THK creates pillars when he lands, like in the sword slice spot, and that's a bit of an L. Gwonkee finishing off very nicely.
Pretty nice.
That's going to be a kind of mid to low 34 for Gwonkee. Big GG's all around. Oh, that sucks so much. It's always an L. Like, that is an unavoidable thing that just happens. At least, oh, and then, oh no.
Oh my god, no.
There's just a lot of like, oh, you did it like so slightly almost there, but like it just didn't quite work. It's just tiny things. It's just horrible THK RNG, horrible luck with a lot of things that happen, terrible parries. My god, Sphinx. I hope your mental is fine after this one. That was not a fun THK. GG's for finishing that one off though. That was rough. And we get a 36-02. So very nice race. In terms of crowd entertainment, I'm not sure what the runners will think about their runs, but the entertainment value was certainly there. He's had 15 parries in a row before. Wow, my record is 8. That's insane.
Oh my god. I don't want to think about a fight with 15 parries.
Just 15 total parries in a TK fight. My goodness. Just misery. It's just misery.
Just pain.
Congrats to both runners for that race. That was very nice to watch. Very fun. Well, now I think we'll get them in for a post-match discussion if they want it. I think both runners are in the waiting room right now, so that should be something that happens. Okay, we have Sphinx in.
Oh, hello.
And Gwonkee, hello.
Hello, Gwonkee. Hello.
Yeah. So Judge wasn't watching. So to catch you up on the ongoings, I died at Rafters, and then yeah, I had like pretty decent run up to Watcher Knights, and then I died at Rafters, like ran it back, and then 3-cycled Umu, and got bullied like to hell and Petrina and then by THK. My THK was a 145.
Wow.
How was it a
Yeah,
145?
I mean,
wait, hold on.
both
That felt like a
THKs
2 minute.
Both THKs were miserable. Like in terms of the THK's actual like stuff that it did. It
wasn't great. It wasn't great. I've had worse, so I can't really complain too much.
You've had worse, but also it's not what you want in a race.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah, that had me on my toes, because after I died in Raptors, I was listening to the like the commentators, and they said when I got the lantern that you were like 17 seconds ahead, and I was like,
yeah,
damn, I am far behind. I gotta catch up.
Well, I had no idea. Yeah, no way.
I got super
what was
nervous.
your peak time, Gwonkee? I actually didn't think
That was a 159 with like missed everything.
Yeah. I thought it was sub 2. Yeah, it looked like in my brain I was like there was some mistakes, but like it felt like a sub 2.
Nah, yeah, I missed Dog Cycle. Got hit in like the worst spot you can get hit in that room.
Yeah, I don't know.
I missed, or I didn't miss Bug X, but I accidentally like.
I got Pixel. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, this God Pixel kind of just lines it up because you go so fast through the rest of the room that even if you mess up, that you just get the normal cycle for God Cycle.
All right. And anything else eventful that happened in the run? I mean, it was interesting seeing the diversion of the routes, and a kind of good demonstration of to like why that there is risk in the Rafters route more than the King's Seal route.
Yeah, it's a hard route.
And also something interesting that Kuroshi said in chat, which I didn't realize, is that it's harder on 1221 because there is an extra Rava, apparently.
Oh yeah, current patch like cheats by coding out one of the Ravas, unfortunately.
It's definitely a
they're
route
playing
to...
on like easy mode.
Yeah, they just have to deal with 16 times more RNG, but there are.
Actually, no, I think it's like worse on current patch because the Rava that's missing is the one that you're supposed to pogo up, like when you do the red.
Oh,
section.
interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I could be wrong about that, but I think that's the
Oh,
one.
because then they have to get the guy that's walking over to the left. Yeah.
No. That's only if you do the left side fly skip. You don't have to bother with either of those guys if you're going right side.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Well, as I said while commentating, I have gaps in knowledge for the current like new reroutes. Like, I can't really. I like pointing out little things, but I can't really point them out when I don't know what the little things are. So, but yeah, good showing from both of you. Honestly, like, obviously there are like mistakes and stuff like that happens in every race, but like, given the situations that happened in both runs, pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I don't
that
really.
Umu cycle was
pretty well
unfortunate. Gwonkee, by the way. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about Fog Canyon at all.
Don't want to discuss it.
Don't want to discuss it. Just move on from there. Never happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
There
No
wasn't
discussion
Fog Canyon.
God.
I had fun though. I had fun.
Yeah, it's weird. It's always weird with Hollow Knight races because like there is just a line between like you got bad RNG, sorry you lost, and like you played better.
Mm.
It's really weird. Like there are some points where I'm just like, wow, you didn't deserve that. It's a bit of enough.
Yeah, that was certainly a run. I practiced like everything beforehand too, and everything went like exceptionally well. I did like 5 THK fights, and they were all like sub 120. And then I went and like hit QGA basically every time. I practiced Umu a bunch. I practiced Rafter Skip, and I was hitting it like consistently, and then everything went wrong in the run.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah,
It
I also
really
like
is
healed
how it
on
be.
4 HP and Watcher Nights because I was so nervous. This is my first tourney match, by the way. I've never done a tournament match before.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, you've done like friendly matches, right? But not like 20.
Yeah, I didn't play in the All Skills one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Judge. How long have you been running? I don't actually know.
I started running since January 2021, but
Oh,
I've
wow.
not been consistent with it the whole time. At some point, I took a 6-month
yeah.
break.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
somehow like hadn't seen your name around, which I was surprised when I looked at the board and you had a 3503. I was like, how have I
Yeah,
not
no,
seen
your
this
time's
person?
really good for how long you've been playing. It's
Oh,
better
thank
than
you.
mine, and I've been playing longer than you. So
Yeah, still got a few ways to go though. Still got a way.
yeah, no, and you definitely can. Like, obviously there's a bit of shakiness, but like, it definitely looks like you can go further. Like, if you want
I
to,
was
obviously.
really, really nervous for this. I don't know. I was really nervous.
Oh god, and like I was saying something like right at the start with the Aspen incident.
Oh, that. Oh.
I was like, this is me. This is me. Because
Oh.
I do the same thing. Well, if I don't, I'm so used to resetting if I don't hit that I don't know any of the backups. I don't know how to
Yeah.
like deal with it when it goes wrong. So
I-
just in a race, I've done
I
it
was
before.
so
and I just do
lost.
that, and I'm like, what do I do now?
I was so lost in that room.
I don't really know like what the issue is, but I'm having like input issues. Not with like the game dropping my inputs like people normally complain about, but like actually just literally my buttons don't work. Like and I don't mean like pressing them. Like I was holding left in the Manus Claw room, the room before the fungal drop. Like I was holding left the whole time, like after the jump, and I literally just didn't move left, like the whole time. And I looked at my
I've had a few
hand,
issues.
I was holding left. I looked at my hand, I was holding left. I looked at the screen, and I just
Actually,
wasn't
yeah.
moving left. I was like, what?
Is that like a keyboard thing?
It must be, but it can't be the input display because it's
Oh, I
happening
have,
without the input display on.
Yeah, I've got similar issues with controller though, so I'm not sure. I'm having a lot of those as well.
Yeah, it happened in Din as well too. When after like the first tunnel, the 2 spiders, like I went to do something and something just like didn't happen. So I did like a little baby turnaround to see like if I could still actually turn around. I was really confused why I couldn't turn around.
I mean, this just reminds me of how I was when I used to use like quite a cheap keyboard I just got off Amazon on a sale. I switched to like a kind of more expensive one from like an actual brand. Not a kind of like keyboard brand, not like Razer or whatever, like an actual like enthusiast brand. It was the most stupid thing I've spent money on, but like it worked, and I haven't had any issues like that since. It might just be a hardware problem because I experienced that too.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah,
be
no,
like some
it's
sort
weird
of
though
key
because
retention thing.
Yeah, I've used this keyboard forever. This is the keyboard I've been using since I was running like all skills over a year ago.
Oh damn.
So I don't really know why it
Memories,
would
the
be
memories.
bad now. But
Hmm.
I have to figure out like what that is.
Especially in the race
because
setting.
making
like,
it bad. Yeah, it's really
when
bad.
you don't have like a choice.
Especially on like 31 pace. That would be really quite unfortunate if my input just my keyboard was like, nope, you can't play.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
insane to me actually. Like I was I started running when the best current patch time was like when Palm first got a 35 on current patch, and that was hype as all hell. Like that was like about 4 months in. Like how long was that? Anyway, a little bit into like when I started running. I remember when I like 32, like high 32 was like unbeatable from Pest, and now we're like, oh yeah, 31 is on the way. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, 31 is honestly okay. I mean, this is kind of unrelated from the race, but I just wanted to like this has been I'm thinking about lately. Like 31 is so incredibly just overdue for happening because I don't know how much
With
Lep is
Rafters,
running.
yeah.
But now that Raptors has happened, like you could literally just like do a decent run and like be me or Lep and just like complete a decent run and it's a 31. Like it doesn't even feel that insanely good. Like I was on 0x pace with like the old route before I stopped and like went to Japan and everything, which is like easily 31 pace with the new route.
Yeah, Skate's been getting 31 paces as well, I think.
Yeah. Oh really? Oh shoot. Okay. Good to know. I gotta watch out.
Yeah, I mean, they're a grinder. Fuck, no.
Yeah, Skate plays nonstop.
Who's playing next? Because actually, we're close to. When's the next race scheduled? I think it's
soon, like 7 minutes.
It's like the hour, right? On the hour. I'm also
think
coming
so.
the next one.
There's another one. Cool.
So I will probably just stick around here. But let me just double check everything. Kind of admin wise, see what's going on.
Skate, are you getting 31 paces? What paces have you had? Give me like a split time.
Freaking Skate, it doesn't matter whether or not you are getting 31 paces. You need to get 31 paces because I believe in you and you can do it. He will. Let's see, when's this? Yeah, so we have Lilia and Slow Runs doing a race scheduled for 6 minutes time. And that's me and Dolphin commentating that. So if you want to see that, stick around. We'll see whether that goes ahead.
Is that is that actually true, Skate? What the? Oh my god!
wait, what?
2155 is like definitely 31 pace.
Like Jeez.
Yeah, no, actually, both of those are
I
insanely
remember
good.
when a 2210 was an insane peaks. Like.
Yeah, I remember
crazy
getting a
figure
2225 when I was doing the week-long stream. And
No, that was it. Yeah,
I had to
when,
like go on a
I was-
walk and
everyone
like
just
think. I was like, I
popped
don't know if I'm
off
gonna
'cause, like, that was
I don't know if I'm
best-
gonna get that pace again. And then I got like the next.
I think that was best split time to peaks ever at that point in time.
No. It wasn't fast and Pest.
Or was
'cause
Pest?
had
Did
some
Pest have a better
crazy
one
stuff.
at that point?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But that was the second best. Like that was insane. And
Yeah.
like now it's just like, oh yeah, it's sub 22. It's all good. Wow, things change over time. Can you believe it, guys? I just not
Crazy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the race. That was a lot of fun, Sphinx.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. I wasn't expecting to win, but you know, it was it was good. It was good for me.
It was close. It was quite close.
Closer than I
My
expected,
toes.
definitely.
Yeah, you also played with him in a PB. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I certainly
happy
do
with
not. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Been good.
I'm gonna
Thank
head
you
off.
for having us.
It was good. See you all later then.
See ya.
See you then.